Alright, mate. Don't.
No way. Don't talk to me. Just stay over there.
No, I won't stay. I'll walk where I want. I'll walk where I want. So guys, just got off the train in Sheffield and we are coming to see something where I've been before. It's the Palestine March at the top of the train station, just in this wonderful weather. And last time I was here, we apparently got the cops called on us. No cops came. No cops were interested, but a few months has passed since then. So let's go see. It's still a thing.
How many kids have you killed today? Kids, Tama, what do you say? How many kids have you killed today? We are all Palestinians. Palestine will be taken. To the sea. Palestine will be taken.
Can I ask what's wrong with filming?
Because you're there to irritate people.
Why am I going to irritate people?
You can stand around and film as much as you like, but if you start going up to people, we will stop you.
No one will touch me, my friend, because last time I got attacked, last time I was here trying to film, keeping away from people, and people approached me trying to attack me. So
just keep away, don't talk to me, just stay over there.
No, I won't stay, I'll walk where I want, I'll walk where I want.
In that case,
it's a free country, I'll walk where I want. Don't tell me what to do.
Call the police.
Call the police then. Call the police. It didn't work from last time.
We did last week when there was an arsehole like you around.
It didn't work from last time, did it? Why am I an arsehole?
He came yesterday. Last Friday the police came.
Is that me?
No, it wasn't you, but it was somebody who's behaving like you.
You're instantly putting that problem on me and telling me to move
I don't
from a
mind.
public
I don't want to
place.
talk to you. Stay away over there, and you'll be fine.
I'll walk where I want.
I
will walk where I want, and I will film what I want. Okay? If you want to ring the police, you go ahead and do so.
Will. In fact, I think he's probably doing so already.
Go for it.
Because you'll cause trouble, and that's what
Why
you're
would
here
I
for.
cause trouble?
Because people don't like you sticking your
been there
film,
for 30
your camera
seconds.
in their faces.
I've been there 30 seconds.
Well, stay there.
Automatically. No, I won't stay there. I won't do anything you tell me to. It's a free country. I'll walk where I want and make whatever video I want. Simple as.
Okay.
You won't be changing my mind.
No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Many Fridays, many Saturdays like this. I would like to say something about a placard that I was holding.
They actually think it's going to work.
Which said, quite truthfully, that Israel has imprisoned 1 million Palestinians.
They're going to end up stopping people walking and crossing the crossing.
Yesterday,
Don't put it on my phone then. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. There's people walking in between us. Get out of my face. I will snap it. I will snap it. Simple as. Don't put it in my face then.
And I would ask you...
I've literally took a step back. You put it in my face. I will snap it. Trust me.
It's very important that we can send a message to Palestine of solidarity.
There's other people walking in between us.
Every single year, it's unbelievable that Israel arrests between 500 and 700 Palestinian children. A young man called Walid, aged 17, died in an Israeli prison, Megiddo prison. Just the other week, he died from starvation, dehydration, infections and beatings. He had been in prison for months and months without trial. And so many Palestinians are imprisoned without trial. Since October the 3rd, 2023,
Want a selfie?
over 9,000 Palestinians have been imprisoned.
I'm not covering my face.
Some of them have been placed in
I'm not ashamed to exist.
Tehran, which is essentially a torture centre. A torture centre. And torture is the norm across Israeli prisons. But Salem, the Israeli human rights organisation, has produced a report documenting it. Amnesty International has documented the of prisoners, men, women and children. And there are pictures here today that point these terrible facts out. So tomorrow we will be outside the town hall at 12:30, and I would ask you all to come to that event where we show that we stand with the Palestinian prisoners and we say, set them all free. They must all be set free. Every single one of them. So, thank you very much, and please be with us tomorrow as you are tonight in tremendous numbers and tremendous spirit. Thank you.
Just a little bit too much.
Palestine! Free, free!
Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
In a thousand tsunamis!
We are all Palestine!
What do you mean I am? You're accusing me of being the same guy from the other week. He's just told me. He's just told me we're all the same apparently.
I don't see you.
Listen, I seen you in Sheffield Town Hall.
No!
You don't even remember that I had a good conversation with him. Ridiculous.
Terror state!
Anybody comes here with a body camera, we're all the same people. Ridiculous.
Terror state!
I think most of you know that our friend Johnny is in the West Bank at the moment in occupied Palestine. In the South Hebron Hills, where the farming communities face horrendous attacks from settlers supported by the Israeli army. So we got this message from Johnny late last night, and I've just
Oh, mate,
received
you're
an
sad.
update. So he says,
What is the point of that?
dreadfully, a Palestinian farmer
Yeah, done.
has been shot near where I've been staying.
Why are you
I went to
filming?
support
Oh,
him
I'm
the
just
other day
filming.
from
Just filming what's
several
going on
attacks.
today.
Okay.
But the
That's
Israeli
literally all.
police took no
I've been
notice
accused of being somebody
of the
that was here
situation.
before.
Tonight he has
Apparently
been
being
shot in the
racist.
knee.
Oh,
He will
I'm not sure what's happened before, but
no, we've had some trouble. But
Okay,
if you're
well-
just filming
We believe
yeah, I'm just
that
filming. I'm
James
just
has
filming.
been
Somebody's
arrested
tried to whack me
rather
with a
than
pole,
perpetrator.
so I've had to move it
by
out of me.
mistake.
No, it was deliberate. I think they was assuming I was with that person.
somebody here earlier?
No, I think last month or something. I'm not 100% sure. But apparently there may have been somebody here previously that was racist.
And his family is so sweet.
I'm not sure entirely, but
Yeah.
I think they think it was me, and it wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry
But
about that. You've been
They've got the wrong end of the stick, and they're not willing to quite listen to me. So I'm just going to carry on doing my filming, get my video,
And what are you going to do? Just film?
post it onto
Post it?
YouTube. Post it onto YouTube, yeah. I've had interviews before.
Palestine, man.
Huh?
Free Palestine, bro. That's all it's like.
Cool.
In full view of everybody, and yet it is the son. I don't
just said
know
free
how
Yeah, I just said cool.
who's been
Yeah.
arrested.
You wanted to get that on video, that's fine, that's his prerogative, you know. I'm not here to argue with anyone. I've actually had interviews off, you know the big man in the middle with a blue coat on? Yeah. I've actually had an interview off him in Sheffield Town Centre, and now he thinks I'm that person again, so he doesn't like me. I've not been around for a while. I've been busy with work and stuff, so now I've come back, they've assumed I'm this person, and now I get all this. So they're never going to get the message across to other people if they're just going to do all this. You know, I'm not standing here slagging anybody off. I'm not standing here
Can I just
disagreeing.
Can I just ask why do you come to disrupt these protests?
It's the third time I've been to ever such thing, right?
I'll see your Twitter, bro.
You see my Twitter? My Twitter? Not my Twitter, surely.
Might be yours as well.
I think you've got me confused because I've already been called racist today. I've already been told I was here last month. I wasn't.
You're racist.
How am I racist? What have I said?
You're against the genocide, no? Do you think it's a genocide?
I'm just filming what's going on today. I'm not putting my views across.
Is this a genocide?
I'm not putting my views across.
Is this a genocide?
I'm not putting my views across. I'm just filming what's happened.
When you post on YouTube, what do you say?
Yeah, what?
I say exactly what's happened at this protest today. I used to years ago. I used to go to the original ones in Manchester.
Did you?
Big ones, yeah. And I used to be at the front with all the photographers, and we used to take pictures and videos and make all them type of videos.
So you're with Palestine?
I'm not with or I'm not against. I'm just making a video. I'm just a YouTuber, that's it.
Alright.
That is simply it.
Alright.
I get all this accostation because of what other people have done.
Yeah.
So if other people have done that, why am I getting that grief? You know? I mean,
You know what? Because from our point of view, we get people coming here all the time, videoing and disrupting, you know what I mean? So from our point, we thought you were one of them.
the only time I disrupt, mate, is if somebody gets in my face and bothers me. That's the only time.
Yeah.
Like, I've just been whacked with a pole, so I ripped it out of his hand.
Yeah.
Simply it. He ain't gonna whack me in the face and not expect a repercussion. You know what I mean? If somebody else wants to come and attack me, I'll put them on their arse. And that's simply it.
Let
Do
me
you know
just
what we find hard? What I find difficult is that you must know what's going on in Palestine. You must know about all the ambulance drivers who were killed last week and their vehicles were buried and they were
what I
buried.
recommend is
I don't understand fully because
what I recommend is do some research on what's happening, and then once you get a full understanding, if you can think you've got enough understanding to come to this protest, then come to this protest. You know what I mean? You don't sit here because
every time I go to do research, there is arguments on both sides, and
no, there's no arguments on Israel.
so there's
no argument.
honestly, when you look up stuff online, right, there's shit that pops up about all sorts.
No, but
So
let me tell you something. On Israel, it's been known that they spread lies. Like, do you remember what they said about the beheaded babies? Did you ever see a beheaded baby?
I've heard a story about that, but that's through YouTube.
I heard the story, but you don't see it.
No.
You don't see it. Whereas,
I don't want to see beheaded babies.
yes, I know you don't want to see it. But if you were to, go on social media, you would see a dead baby for Palestine.
Is not
you know what I mean?
interested
There's
in the
actually
fact
been dead babies in Palestine,
that they,
but not
for
in Israel.
many
You know what I mean?
years, has been
So when they tell you there's been
complicit
beheaded
supporting the
babies,
Israeli economy,
that's a
supporting
But
Israel's
if
apartheid,
you ask
and
us
has refused
for
to
a
stop
beheaded
stopping
baby,
Israeli
but obviously we don't want
products.
to show you it. You know what I mean? But if we were to show
that
you
instead
proof,
of caring about the
evidence is right
Palestinian
there.
people,
You know what I
they
mean?
choose
So we've
to
actually
have
got our
security
points
guards
backed
at the
up with
door of the
evidence. The
supermarket,
Zionists,
and
when they said they were going
security
to a
guards
genocide and Israel was burning, Israel isn't burning.
the so-called
People go to
Israeli
Israel right now.
produce, which is actually
They're lying down on the
Palestinian
beach.
produce.
Whereas in Palestine, it's all
So
been
in
destructed.
spite
You know
of
what I
that,
mean?
we
So
took
you ask yourself,
action, and in
which one
spite
do you
of
rather
that,
prefer to
2
visit,
people
Israel
from our
or
campaign
Palestine?
went
You know what I
and
mean?
removed
Then when the other argument
so-called
comes into
Israeli
it, right,
avocados from the
they
shelves.
turn around and say they've got proof that Palestine supports Hamas.
But we know,
Of course they support Hamas.
I know that
And
there's
they can say
lots
this
of
is a
terrorist
action
organisation.
going
It's
on
not-
across
it's a
the
resistance
city.
organisation.
Lots
This
of
is
people
what
taking
you know what I mean. This is
action.
why I've
Lots
gone
of people
so far into
refusing
looking
to
into it, and I've just gone.
products.
I'm just going to keep my,
I'm gonna tell you this, so they can see Hamas as a terrorist organisation, which, in my opinion, it's not. I think it's a resistance organisation because if you think about it, Palestine has been under genocide for 77 years, and as soon as they fight back, they become a terrorist organisation.
We can go
Whereas
inside
Israel, they've been
supermarkets
occupying,
and
illegally
remove the Israeli
occupying Palestine for
products, not
77
damage
years.
them, but just
And the
take them
idea
to the
hasn't been
checkout,
called a
leave
terrorist
them at the
organisation once.
self-service desk,
But when
leave
Hamas
signs
fights
in the
back,
supermarket.
all of a sudden they're a terrorist
Since on
organisation.
Saturday,
My friend,
every day,
this is called
somebody
fighting for
from this
freedom.
campaign
Hamas
has been into
is fighting for the
Waitrose
people.
and
I am
removed
against,
Israeli
if there was
products from
ever
the site.
civilian people killed, I am against it.
And
But
one
what
day it
Hamas is
happened
fighting
3
for
times
is fighting
in a
for the
day.
people.
That's all
You know,
need to
if you
do,
look
and we
at
can do
videos,
that
I remember a
in
video
all
came
the
out 2 weeks ago,
supermarkets and all the
and
supermarkets
Israeli
where people
prisoner
sit.
kissed a Hamas soldier on the forehead. Kissed another on the
Before he
forehead.
went free.
Yes, and that went viral. Now you ask yourself, would that Palestinian do that to the IDF? You know what I mean?
You are not breaking any law.
I get what you're saying, but if you was to have this conversation with somebody that knows more than me, would they have a response for that?
Well, again, we've got a response to everything, you know what I mean? Because this is a genocide, and can you say that not me, because I'm not a Palestinian, but can you say that Palestine has been genociding Israel for 77 years? Let alone 1 year, it's not even 1 year. Israel has been illegally occupying and committing genocide, and they've been breaching international law in Palestine for 77 years.
Yeah, and more really.
Yeah.
But is Palestine not calling for a genocide against Israel?
No.
They just,
From the river to the sea?
they just
That's not
want
calling
their
for genocide.
rights.
From the root to the sea means we don't want to destroy Israel, we don't want to wipe Israel off the map. From the root to the sea means that Palestine will never die. That means we've got a
And it
full of time.
also
From the root
means
to the sea.
Palestinians can go.
So can you see it as Palestinians and Israelis living hand in hand ever?
That'd be great. But I don't think the Israelis would do that.
100%. Look, we're not against Jews or anything. We're against Zionism. Okay, Zionism shouldn't be allowed. We're not against Jews, you know. We've got Jews here
lots of
protesting
Jews.
for Palestinian rights. You know what I mean?
But in the rights of Zionism, is
There's no rights of Zionism. There's no rights of
is not a Zion a place where everyone belongs?
No, because Zionism believes that Palestine belongs to them, and that means that they support the genocide. If you tell me one Zionist that says that no, we don't support the genocide, you know what I mean? We support Palestine. You can't find me that. You know what I mean? Every single Zionist supports the genocide in Palestine. That's what they call Zionists. And Zionist means you support an occupation as well. Whereas if I can show you so many Palestinians that say they want peace, you know what I mean? Brother, I can tell you right now that nobody wants to destroy Israel. We hope Israel lives in peace. But we also want peace for Palestine as well. You know what I mean? And the only way there can be peace if Israel decides to stop genociding Palestine, and if our UK government opts to help Palestine. But when you think about it like this, every single, so you've seen an idea soldier, right? Have you seen how they behave?
No, I've not. I've not got that
So
far
I
into
will
it.
tell you how they behave, right? I've seen videos of Palestinian TikTokers who go on video call with idea soldiers. And you know what they say? They first say how many children they killed. I promise you, and I say this on my grandma's grave, right? I was watching someone called, forgot his name, I'll follow him on Instagram, right? And he goes on like these live videos with them on this website, right? And one of his videos, they said how many children have you killed, and they started counting on their fingers. And I said, I raped this woman. Bro, you know what I've heard? Once he said I raped a child, she was not older than 14. I promise you on my grandma's grave, that's been said by them. And I would, bro, I promise on my religion that has been said on that video. You tell me what Palestinian has said that.
I don't know. Like I say, I've not gone down that rabbit hole. As you know, I've researched a little bit because of the conversation we've just had. But when you get so far into it, you get to a point where you're looking at tit for tat.
Yeah.
So people are saying, and then you can't find the evidence of one thing, you can't find the evidence of another thing. So that argument is pointless to me as educating myself on the whole situation because I can't find the evidence from either side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to find that.
What I recommend, brother, is you come into this protest every Friday. Don't obviously take it kind of because people think you're one of the people that I want to destroy. Because that's what it looks like to most people. Because you get this a lot. It's not because we're discriminating. It's just because we get this a lot. People.
No, that's fine, but it's like it is discriminating at the beginning. I was here for like what 30 seconds. I rolled up, put my bike down, looked around to see who was here, and I got, oh yeah, I know my man, he was all right last time, he weren't too bad last time, and then a couple of others were a bit hands-on with me last time, right? So I was like, I'll stay here, right? Because they was over there, so I stayed over here. I'd done that deliberately.
Yeah. So
Instantly, without anybody asking me anything,
so what I recommend
I was a racist.
Yeah.
I was here to cause trouble. I never said nothing at this point.
Okay, so what I recommend is next time come come with a Palestine family. You know what I mean? Come show your support for Palestine. Because I've told you the facts. I told you that it's a genocide. I told you that they're killing children. Over 20,000 women and children have been killed in this genocide since October 7th. Alright? About 20,000. 20,000. I want you to think about that number for a second. 20,000 women and children. Yeah? These have been stuck in the rubble, have been killed, have been shot.
Do you know who Charlie Beach is? No. You don't know who Charlie Beach is? Do you know who Charlie Beach? Beach.
Oh, Beach. No, not her.
From Manchester. He does a lot of videos in Manchester, right? He's more educated than myself. He's against Palestine. Right?
You've got to think about people who are against Palestine. You don't really.
I would love for somebody in the Palestine group that's well educated and well versed to have a conversation with him. Sit and conversation. Not argument, sit and conversation.
Think about this. How can you be against?
I'd like to see how that come, you know.
Yeah, because how can you be against the killing of 20,000 women and children? You know what I mean? How can you be against the innocent murders? You see all of these placards. There's an innocent child in there, and you want to tell me that someone's against that killing of that innocent child? That child is no older than 4 years old, brother.
Because in his words, against the other killing of children on the other end by Hamas that you support.
But Hamas is a terrorist organisation.
But have they killed children?
They haven't killed. Where's the proof? I'm always showing proof.
There's several people that said they have, and several people that said they can prove it. I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, you're saying people have said it. We've got proof of children being killed in Palestine. So when you think about it, who are people going to believe, right? People who got evidence or people who got evidence. I can show you right now, I'm not going to have a problem showing you. Also, I don't want to show you dead children. But if you're going to ask for the proof, you know what I mean? But if I'm going to ask you for proof, where's the proof you're going to show me? How can you show me proof?
There were some children killed on October the whatever it was, and there are plenty of Palestinians who think Hamas has got the right to defend themselves, and in fact, under international law, an occupied people can attack the people who occupied them. That's international law, but they shouldn't have taken civilians. I'm sure Zayn agrees.
No.
They shouldn't have taken civilians. And a lot of people who got killed that day, do you know who actually killed them?
Nobody kills anybody.
No.
The IDF, because they turned up with tanks. Did you see all those burned cars?
I've got a gaffer, but all I'm going to say to you is just do some research, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is what I mean. I tried, but then I get tit for tat and I can't find the evidence to back up each argument, and that's where I struggle. Yeah.
Go on to Palestine's Solidarity Campaign website.
Right. Yeah, I'll have a look.
Or Amnesty International.
I'll have a look. But like I say, for now, with my views and my point at the minute is I stay out of it. I'm just a YouTuber just making a video. Like, I go around countrywide doing different things. So, yeah. So when a strike happens and it's a big strike, like the bin men strike in Birmingham, there was a fellow colleague of mine that went there and was videoing it. You know, so things like this that happen across the country, that's what we come out on video. Now, Palestine is a big movement. It's a big countrywide movement in this country, right? The biggest march has been in London, right? And also when Tommy Robinson done a march in London, I've been to that. You know, so I've been to a lot of big occasions, and this is just one of them in Sheffield, in South Yorkshire. So, and I'm from Yorkshire, so I'm just,
see why some people might be suspicious, because we have had some very evangelical Christians coming along and saying awful things.
I can understand that, 100%. I can 100%. But my only advice to that is, just come and speak to me first, and you'll find out that if I'm not the guy that come here shouting racial slurs like I've been accused of, if I'm not the guy that's come here to get in people's faces like I've been accused of, then I may be different, you know.
But
that's
I do
all it
think,
is.
I can't believe that you've looked at it objectively, because the objective case for the Palestinians.
What I have to do is I have to look at it independently.
Well, that's what I mean.
That's my target. I am looking at it independently. So my independent view is that this is happening here, and to be honest, a lot of the reason why I've come out today, and I was going to touch more base on it tomorrow.
Oh, you're coming to the rally?
I may be coming to the one in Sheffield tomorrow. I may not be. I might be going to another one. I'm not entirely sure yet. I make it up as I go along, honestly. My life's hectic. So I was mainly going to touch base on it tomorrow, and it was going to be a case of why a lot of groups of Palestine protesters have gone to businesses in the UK, smashed them up.
Oh, you don't mean just businesses. They've gone to arms factories and places that support the Israeli war on Palestinians.
Also, like, boycott this company, but I mean, I'm talking countrywide here. Like I say, I've been countrywide. So they've been outside of banks,
that invest in Israel,
and a couple of other businesses, and they've also been smashed up by these group of Palestinians. Do you agree with that?
Not smashing up. I think it's okay to do things just to draw attention to. I do agree that they have to somehow. They've closed down a couple of the arms places, and that's good. I mean, if you'd been alive in the Second World War and somebody was arming Germany, wouldn't you want to do something about it?
True, yeah, I would. But like I say, I don't. I'll be honest. In my view on it, I don't think they've actually closed these places down that have been targeted. What I think they've done is I think they've moved on to keep it a secret from being attacked again.
Probably right. But at least it's disrupted them and drawn attention to the fact that in our country we have people working in companies that are causing death.
And I think a lot of the businesses that I can't remember exactly what, I think it was like a McDonald's chain as well that was apparently involved in funding Israel.
A chain?
Yeah, McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's, yeah, they feed
McDonald's.
the IDF.
And there's a few others, right?
I think that's right.
When this became a really massive thing over the last few years and big in the UK, a few of these places have been targeted.
Just interrupt. That's one of our Jewish members.
And there were over 1,000 people
to say,
there
protesting we're not anti-Semitic. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, that's fine. But like, what I was saying is these chains are getting boycotted in the UK by Palestinian supporters, and they're getting praise on the internet for closing them down in other countries. It's not closing them down in other countries. They've not closed any down in this country. Do you understand? Like, I mean, I'm not talking about the arms side of things. I'm talking about the companies side.
Have gone down. Certainly Coca-Cola's profits have gone down because of their involvement.
Maybe.
In various Arab countries, I think profits have gone down as well. Because they're involved in killing.
A very low profile.
Maybe, but I'm only here to see what happens and make a video on that. If somebody attacks me, then it doesn't make you guys look any good. That's all I'm saying when it comes to that. You know, come and have a conversation with me at first. If I'm straight away objective to anything you're saying or this, that, you know, I've had a nice conversation with you, I've had a nice conversation with that gentleman. If I'm straight away shutting you guys down and just going, go away, I just want to film this, go away, I just want to film this, then, you know what I mean, that's different, right? But if I'm just here filming, I've stepped away from people that attacked me last time because they was over there. I stepped away. They came over this way. Right? That was nothing to do with me. Okay? I try and keep it out of the way, and that was that. But, you know, with every group of people, you're going to have bad eggs anyway. Do you agree with that? There's going to be some Palestine supporters that are going to be extremists. They're going to do some things that are bad. I'm not talking here, I'm not talking about attacking me, but maybe they're just being defensive, but I'm talking countrywide.
So the fact that it's 53% now, and much higher among young people
don't think you're looking very hard to find out what Israel's like. I think you're being protective about it. But anyway,
Like I say, it's hard to look at things tit for tat, and it's hard to read that for so long when they're talking about what they're talking about on both sides as well. I'm saying they're accusing Hamas of killing babies and children. You're accusing. You know what I mean? But they're both saying the same thing. I'm struggling to find the evidence, and then reading that for so long is just becoming, well, a bit of an heartache, to be honest.
I think you're looking in the wrong place.
Maybe I'm not looking in the right place, but
There's plenty of evidence.
that's why I don't come here with the objectical view of I'm going to support one side. I'm not supporting any side. I'm just here to make a video, and that is it. And that's the side I'm supporting myself. Me being here making that video.
I just find it hard to believe that we can't see what's happening. But anyway,
No,
leave
that's
you to
fine.
it.
That's fine. Thank you very much for the conversation.
Together for our beloved enemy. I just want to say on behalf of you all, to all our beloved Jews who are against the crimes of Israel, a very happy Passover. We wish you a very happy Passover, and we were never ever against Jews because of their background. In fact, we lived for thousands of years with our brothers and sisters, the Jewish Palestinians, with not a single incident until the rise of Zionism, which spoiled everything. So happy Passover, happy Easter to all our Christian supporters, and Jum'ah Mubarakah, blessed Friday to all our Muslim supporters. We said to the Yemeni people, we are with you. Yemen, Yemen, we with you. Yemen, Yemen, we with you. Lebanon, we with you. Human rights and democracy. How can you claim in America or Britain that you are the protectors of human rights and democracy when you are killing children in Yemen, in Palestine, in Lebanon, everywhere? That is totally unacceptable, totally criminal, and you will never accept it. Guys, can you all come behind for the photo, please? The more the merrier in the back, please, with more flags. Sorry? Oh, leave it here, yeah, sorry. Apart from John, I was told off.
Everybody please, nice and tight, nice and tight.
We are all Palestinians. We are all Palestinians. Palestine is not for sale. Palestine is not for sale. Turn another ship around. Turn another ship around. Palestine is not for sale. Palestine is not for sale.
Oh my days. As long as you don't touch me, you're alright.
Can you just wind it up now? Right.
1:30 outside.
Okay, wind it up. As long as you don't touch me, you're alright.
Don't touch the flag.
As long as you don't touch me.
We don't want to touch
If it touches me, it'll be on the floor. 100%.
Of anything but our desire for freedom and justice. That is what we are here for, and nothing else.
As long as it doesn't whack me, it won't go on the arse.
Not colour, not
Simple.
but desire for justice. Thank you so much. And my friend here...
We call for peace, not with people like you. Jesus.
The last minute donations, if you can donate, because I'm very pleased to say, despite the intensity of the bombing, the team is still providing support.
Again, as long as it doesn't touch me, mate. Well, the flag's already hit me in the face, and you seen what happened then, didn't you?
Justice for the Palestinians.
There we are, they've called to wrap it up.
What are you doing? Tuesday week. Come along.
All the flags have been collected now. And that guy over there looks like he wants to fight me.
Tuesday week.
Well, as the crowd disappears, so do I. And there's them. They were blocking me filming. I wonder who's going to be there tomorrow when I come. We shall see.